Okay, so in this case we have multi-step again. It looks like we have variables on both sides again like we did on question number 6. This is number 7 on the Unit 1 test. So the first thing I kind of look at is what do I have on my side of the tennis court net? And so if you remember, we talked about the equal sign being the tennis court net. Alright, so here is the tennis court. So we want to kind of see what's on our side before we start making easy serve or hard serve. And if you notice, and I'm going to go ahead and erase this, it looks like we have some letters that are on the same side. So otherwise I have more of one of the same letter. So if you look at it, I have a 10y and I have a negative 17y. Well, because they're on the same side, we can just add or subtract them depending on their sign. So all I have to think about is what's 10 minus 17y, and we should say it's negative 7y. Alright? So I'm going to put negative 7y here. And I don't have any other numbers, so I'll put plus 21. Now let's look at the other side. Do I have anything I can combine over there? Well, it looks like I have 23, a positive 23, and a negative 5. So I can go ahead and say negative 8y, and then 23 minus 5 should be, let's see, I'm sorry, should be 18. Alright, so now let's do the tennis court match game. So we're going to do the easy serve first. So I'm going to take the 21 and I'm going to knock it over on this side of on the other side of the net. So that means I'm going to do the opposite. So it's going to be negative 21, negative 21. So I bring down my negative 7y. This becomes a 0 pair. Negative 8y. And then 18 minus 21 is a negative 3. Okay, so now it's time to hit the more complex serve. So return the serve or do the opposite. So so I'm going to add 8y. So we're going to do the opposite, which is add 8y. This gives me y equals negative 3 because this becomes a 0 pair. Alright, and there's my answer. And again, I could plug this in and it should balance the equation. So let's try it real quick because I have been known to make mistakes. So 10 minus 3, right? And we can actually take the problem that I'm sorry, I'm trying to erase it. We can actually take the problem that we simplified it to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to do that so we don't have to write so much. So negative 7 times a negative 3, and I'm doing it right here. This is where I'm going. Plus 2, so that'd be 21, 23, because negative 7 times a negative 3 is 21, positive 21, and then you have 23. So let's do the other side. The other side was negative 8 times, negative 3? That gives me 24. Is that right? And then 24 plus 18. That doesn't look right. So what did I do wrong? Oh, I see what I did wrong. It's right here. That's 21, not 2. Sometimes I can't see my own writing when I'm trying to hurry. Okay, so 21 plus 21, that should be 42 right here. I just made a typo error on the thing. Okay, and so anyway, let's go back to this. And so the second part is we're right here. So negative 8 times a negative 3 is 24 plus 18. Alright, and so 24 plus 18 should equal 42. So it works out good. So this is our answer. Sometimes you got to be careful when you're writing your things. I couldn't see the 1 there because I put a circle around top of it. So just be careful when you're checking your work.